Point did you feel that you mentally broke him down, or did you get an inkling like, you know what, he's cracking?
Probably the round before the stoppage when I really started feeling it. You know, when he reacted to that body shot where I hesitated and didn't follow up, I got to watch the replay, but I felt like that was legit. It was either borderline or it was right on the money. And I'm like, for him to give that kind of reaction and concede like that, I knew he was breaking down. And when you do that and the referee tells you fight, that's not a good thing, because you literally showed that you were hurt by that. And then, you know, I told you guys that I felt his biggest mistake was going to be his arrogance. That was going to get him in trouble. He just couldn't fathom me hurting him. You know, when they asked him about, you know, me having the power to stop him, he laughed at me, you know, at the weigh-in. And it's like, he just wasn't ready for it. You know, anybody can be hurt and anybody can be stopped. So you always got to have a sober mind when you enter a fight like that.
How gratifying is it for you to get this victory, given what his side was doing through the whole build-up and what happened on social media?
It feels real good. You know, I feel vindicated, you know. Like I said, I never had a problem with people saying that the fight was close. It was, and, you know, I got to take ownership for, you know, not putting on my best performance. I definitely didn't feel like, I heard some people say, oh, it was home cooking. Like, I didn't agree with that stuff, and, you know, I felt like they took it too far, but close fight, yes. But just the excuses were just over the top, man, and I felt like the excuses showed me so much about him and his character. And that you don't get to just not bring that character into the ring. That same guy is coming into the ring. And I knew in my heart of hearts, and I told you guys, I said, man, that's a weakness, and I got to tap into that. I would have been concerned if that dude said, look, man, I felt I won, but I'm going to go back to work and I'm going to figure it out. And he got quiet. That's a guy that I'm concerned about. Did too much talking and he revealed too much about himself. It's been a long time. It's a blessing, man. I mean, I don't, like, you can't even, like, predict that kind of stuff or do that intentional. It's just years of working, man. And, you know, like, we don't over-celebrate our victories, man. You know, we probably should celebrate our victories more, but because we don't do that, it forces me to keep pushing. I never feel like it's enough. And it's big. It's huge, because Oakland don't always get a lot of credit, man. You know, they say we're a small market team, but we got a lot of talent and we keep producing.
Tell me about this young gentleman right here. He's smiling.
Yeah. I'm just, it's the future, man. All he has to do is just stay focused, stay humble, and keep working hard. You know, he's got it. And God's going to bless him, man. The sky's the limit for him, man. He's going to be a star in this sport.
What do you think about him and Anthony Joshua? Like,
man, I'm behind Andre, whoever he fight. That's my idol, that's my hero, and I love Andre.
It's perfectionist, but it's verge, just the way I was raised in the gym, you know. Like, he wouldn't let me come to the corner when I was 15, 16 years old and make an excuse why I didn't have a good round. He made me go out there and figure it out. And just years and years of that, just you cultivate that type of heart mentality to say, look, I got to find a way, because when you fight the best, man, it's not easy. It's ebbs and flows, it's adjustments, it's a lot of little stuff that you guys see, some things you guys don't see, and the guys who are able to make those adjustments on the fly, like I'm literally going back to the corner saying, man, okay, man, he caught me with this, I gotta, like it's going fast. But that's kind of the way I've been raised and trained in the sport.
You showed even more rigorous in this fight?
I had to.
Would you say this fight was easier? Was it the same?
I felt like it was easier, a little bit. It wasn't easy. Still got some bruises on my face, but I'll take that. But that's to be expected, man. It's a championship fight against another great fighter. It's not going to be easy, you know. It's not going to be easy. I got way too much respect, man, for the guys who went before me. That's not even an area I want to play in, man. I respect them guys. I'm just happy to be named amongst some of the great guys who have fought in this sport. It's nothing new, man. It's just about getting the right shot in there. You know, it's nothing. It's no newfound power. I told you guys a couple days ago, I said, man, if he gets hit right, he can go. Nobody's exempt, man. Like, I don't care what his nickname is, what his reputation is. If you get hit right, you can wobble and you can go, especially when you don't think it's possible. You got to always give an opponent the benefit of the doubt and say, man, look, he ain't known for this, but if I gotta be on point.
Andre,
In the middle of the fight, did you feel you were going to stop?
I knew he was breaking down. I didn't know if I was going to stop. I knew he was breaking down. And Verge kept saying, look, man, he's breaking down. So I'm taking it a round at a time. And, you know, I just felt like if I kept stepping on the gas and getting the right shots in there, I was a little disappointed, man, because I felt like Weeks was breaking us a little too quick. and I couldn't get my work in. So I felt like the breakdown process took a little longer, but I did feel like he was breaking down, and I felt like he was going to go at some point. Nah, I mean, it's the same. Like, you know, I say it again, he's not the biggest puncher I fought. Like, he landed one big shot last round. He didn't beat me up. He didn't have me, you know, wobbled out. Like, I got knocked down. I got up. I weathered the storm for 30 seconds and then went back to work. Like, he caught me with a good shot. But people aren't used to seeing me down there, so it was like a huge shock, and I understand it. But, like, it's nothing I haven't felt before. I would probably give him more credit for his accuracy and timing than I would his power.
Andre, how does it feel to win a fight like this where there's seemingly bad blood and your reputation is on the line?
This is how I wanted to win, man. I wanted to leave no doubt. I wanted to create separation, and we did that tonight, man. And, you know, I got to watch the fight. I don't know if the fight could have went longer or not, but I think it was inevitable. You know, I don't think he would have recovered from that right hand and those body shots. Like, those, it was a cold combination going on. You got hit to the head, and I think he was hurt probably with like maybe 40 seconds left in the round. Like, it was a lot of time left, and he still didn't recover. He barely threw anything back, so he was hurt. He was out on his feet. I don't know if he would have recovered the next round.
Andre, would you say?
I say right now, just everything that surrounded the first fight, the quality of fighter he is, I would probably have to say so right now.
What's next for Andre Ward?
I don't know. I gotta talk to my team and just take some time. It's not good to make decisions like right after a fight, so I just gotta see what's next.
Alrighty, guys, I think we gotta roll.
Mexico. Yeah, Jordan has an annual trip that all the athletes go to, so I'm gonna go there and I just really want to go home, man, and spend time with my wife and kids, man. Like, I'm a homebody. I've been gone for 8 weeks, and summertime, everybody been having fun, and I've been in training camp, man. So I'm trying to go enjoy the rest of the summer.
Hey, Andre, I know.
Your own shoes, the Andre Ward shoes.
We've been working on it. I was going to unveil it this fight, but it wasn't fitting right in. So we're still working.
Andre, I know I asked you this at the end of the last fight. For you, what's left there to do? Because you just pretty much did everything. At that point, when you beat Kovalev the first time, you're like, you know what, I'm not sure. I really, really got to think about it. We're here now. I know they mentioned heavyweight, but at all in your mind, is it 1 foot in, 1 foot out, where you're not sure because of what you accomplished already?
Just think we just got to see, you know, as a team, we just got to see what makes sense. You know, what makes sense? What is the situation? Because you get to a certain point in your career where, you know, and this isn't big time in anybody, but like, just a regular fight doesn't make sense. You know, like I went and I fought Kovalev, the best in the division, one of the most feared men in the sport. So to go backwards at this stage in my career is kind of like, man, do we want to do that? So I want to do, you know, if I continue fighting, man, I want to do something very unique and something special. I want to do something that's eyebrow raising.
Did that Joshua comment like kind of take you off guard?
I mean, nah, because that's Virgil.
Yeah.
That's how he gets down, man. So he believes I can beat anybody. So we'll see. We'll see. Yes, sir.
Jesus Gonzalez still brags about being an amateur.
Yeah. Did he tell you his mom was a judge, though? No, seriously, like his mother was a referee and a judge. But he got a win over me. I give him that. Tell him I said hello. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Andre, you had such confidence coming into this the second time around. You were just so much more. I can't explain it. It seemed like you were just so much confident and sure of yourself. And you mentioned, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if I stop them. Where did that all come from?
I just knew what type of camp I had. Like, I'm really, really hard on myself, man. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I still haven't watched the whole first fight. I'm so much better than that. That's what it is. Like, I watched 4 rounds of the fight in training camp, 5 months after the fight with Verge. We sat down, he said, I don't want to watch the first couple rounds, I want to watch beyond the 4th round. I said, okay, so we watched probably 4 or 5, we watched 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's all I had watched. On the way to the arena today, for the first time, I watched the first 4 rounds on my iPhone. That's all I've seen of the fight. And immediately I know, like, bro, you're better than that. You're better than that. But I had the fight in my brain. That's why I didn't need to necessarily go back and dissect it. I knew what I was going through and what I did wrong. It was a good performance, but I just know I'm better than that.
You mentioned flow. Were you able to have fun in there in flow?
I felt better tonight. I did. You know, and it was a highly competitive fight. You know, and I love it, like, because I know, like, You just got to keep stepping on the gas. Like the fight starts after the 6th. That's when conditioning comes into play. That's when whatever type of camp you had, whatever you did in your off season, if you treated your body right, all that stuff comes out in that second half of that fight. And I'm really confident in that second half of the fight. I knew it was going to be close to the first 6, but when that 7th round came, I said, okay, now it's time to go to work.
What's going on through your mind when you kind of held it over the shots?
I'm getting to him. I'm getting to him. Because I hit him with a couple of good body shots early on, and I got a little grunt, but he didn't really cave in. So I'm like, okay. And at that point, man, you just gotta be patient and just keep working. He's a tough fighter. He's a good fighter, man. I'm not gonna gloat over this guy, man. He's a warrior. It's unfortunate they make the excuses and stuff they make, but I'm not gonna get in the pig pen with him, man. I give him his respect. He's a great fighter, and there's not a lot of guys that's gonna beat him. There's not a lot of guys that's gonna beat him.